You know, the fatigue comes at you fast, Kevin. So that rested feeling only lasts about a couple weeks. Nothing wears you out like playing NBA ball.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Damian Lillard, Hachimura out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and there's Iguodala. And it's O'Neal in at the pivot, manning the middle. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
But what? Beautiful execution in the pick and roll. Smart is slicing the pass right through the defense.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Marvin Bagley III.
What's up? Free throws off from Bagley.
And the game Bagley has reminds me a little bit of Chris Bosh, a sweet lefty who plays with force and passion.
Now here's Iguodala. Here's Lillard. And Covington sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. The pass to O'Neal. Portland moving the ball around. Evan Mobley with the rebound. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Passes it to Covington. He dishes it to Bagley. Bagley sends a screen for Smart. Back to Bagley. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Bagley's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
Pass to O'Neal. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Mobley, and it's good for 2.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, every time out, it's a learning experience to some degree, but that's not what they were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it hurts a little more when you play well and fail to close out a game. That was one they should have won.
Now, here is O'Neal. Evan Mobley with the rebound. One word, Doris, that comes to mind to describe this Cleveland team is scrappy.
Kevin, it's the perfect descriptor because you love how hard and how together this group plays. And to me, that represents their culture. Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
Pass to Lillard. Aldridge with a screen on Smart. Here's Lillard. Good D by Covington.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
O'Neal with the steal. Iguodala with it. Now Covington defending. Lillard outside. The pass to O'Neal. A jump hook, and that one good. O'Neal's got 6. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Cavaliers making a switch here. As Abuki's checked in, and then for the Trailblazers, Barnes comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Andre Iguodala. Now here's Smart. 8 points his last outing. Here's LeVert. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Trailblazers trail by 4. Caldwell-Pope outside. Pass to O'Neal. Over Azubuike, and O'Neal gets it to go. He's got 8.
And this is where O'Neal goes to work. The closer he's to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
Mobley, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Back to Levert. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And they're just doomed if they keep letting them post up like that.
You've got to deny the position to afford them no opportunity at making that entry pass into the post.
Caldwell Pope cans the 12-footer.
And part of an overall effort for Kentavious going for higher percentage shots. That time working inside.
Outside, Smart. Azubuike is screen on Lillard. Here's Smart, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 4. O'Neal is screen on Smart. Poked loose, stolen by Smart. Pass to Levert. They set the pick, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 31-point game against Toronto.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there. Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Bounce pass from Smart. Here's Levert, and again it's Cleveland.
Boy, do they look sharp. I mean, everything falling for them.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Barnes looking around. Pass to O'Neal. Over Azubuike. O'Neal, no good. For Cleveland, they've gone 8 of 8. What a hot start for them. Here's Levert, and again it's Cleveland.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lillard against Smart. Barnes outside. The dish to Caldwell Pope. Just 3 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Looking now at the numbers for Caris LeVert. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 12 points a game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
There's the pass to Mobley. Shoots over O'Neal. Mobley misses.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Kamare misses. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Here's LeVert. Rebounded by Kamare. Down low. Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
I love Robert Covington's story. Here's an undrafted player out of Tennessee State who's now made a very long, productive NBA career as a 3-and-D player and just one of the hardest workers in the league.
Jones checked in for the Cavaliers. Marvin Bagley comes in for Evan Mobley. And then for the Trailblazers, Şengün's checked in for O'Neal. Aldridge comes in for Scotty Barnes. And it's Iguodala in for Lillard. And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with the win.
Yeah, and they won that matchup last time, and it wasn't even close, guys.
Yeah, I thought that had to do with getting the starters in foul trouble and then taking advantage of the substitutes, and that led to a huge disparity on the scoreboard.
Now here's Iguodala. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto. And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
Don't make any mistake. Andre Iguodala's been around a while, but the hops are still part of the game.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Over Iguodala. The Cavaliers again can't hit. He kicks to Aldridge. Şengün with a screen on Levert. Knocks it loose. Iguodala the pass to Aldridge. Passes to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And a foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Green, he's checked in for Cleveland.
Javonte Green.
Now Iguodala. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Şengün. Here's Kamara. Pass to Aldridge. 5 to shoot. There's the triple. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Cavaliers. 3-point lead. And it's Green sliding it down.
Well, I absolutely love that pass from Marcus Smart. Almost like a sixth sense relative to where his teammate was.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Portland's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. Entering the league as a defensive stopper and a hustle guy, Greg, Marcus Smart has really rounded out his game.
And Kevin, he's put in the work, retooled his shooting mechanics, playmaking style, but what's been most consistent, he still steps up in the biggest moments on both sides of the ball.
Iguodala, no good.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Feeds it to Jones. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Now it's a 7-point Cavalier lead.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Back to Iguodala. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Şengün inside. Defended by Jones. And easy 2 points on the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside, Smart. He feeds it to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Just great instincts there in the pick and roll. Like how fierce Bagley cuts after setting the pick.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Aiden Ivey, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. 1:50 left to play in the first quarter. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Light covering. Şengün with a screen on White. Here's Iguodala. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Inside. White inside. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Portland called for the foul.
exactly what good offensive players do. Lean into that defender. Level of physicality puts you at the free throw line.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
And that one falls for White.
I think the thing that's most striking about Derek White, guys, he's capable of affecting games in so many ways. Yes, he can score it. Excellent passer and a very versatile cross-positional defender, a guy who can contribute to a good team.
And both free throws good for White.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Pass to Kamare. The pass to Aldridge. Great D that time from Bagley. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. There's 47 seconds left in the first. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Kamare. No scoring in this one. Iguodala dishes to Aldridge. And it's White with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Over in the corner, Green. Bagley finds White. Bagley sets a screen for White. Takes it from 10. And too long on the shot. Passes it to Ivy. Şengün with the ball. Over Bagley. Şengün with the bucket. Şengün's got his third bucket of the night. Caris LeVert has been on display for Cleveland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Jones is out there with Bagley. Then there's Christie. Then it's White. And it's Pinson in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now here's Jones. Kicks to White. Clock at 6. Fires for 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Cavaliers are trying to win now while also developing a young superstar in the making in Evan Mobley. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, "What we're trying to build is never putting one person above the greater success of the team. So it's a balance, because when we get to our best, I believe Evan can be our most impactful player. But it's on us to get him there." Kevin?
I like that approach. Thanks, D.A. Here's Bagley. Portland making their last shot. Poked away. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. Bagley's got 8 points.
Got to push Bagley out of the paint. Once he's close to the rim, he is locked in on scoring.
Şengün with this screen on White. Ivy kicks to Aldridge. Jones against Şengün. Portland needs to get off a shot. Misses the 3.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Christie the pass to White. It's White on the wing. Pass to Bagley. And stolen by Şengün. The Cavaliers pull it in.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Bagley sets a screen for White. Outside, Bagley. Pinson passes to Bagley. Cavaliers moving the ball around. Here's White, and it's blocked.
A moment now to see the numbers for Burks, how he performed last season. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Trailblazers. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Aldridge. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Doris, we're in the age of podcasts and social media, and we hear more than ever from the players, even right after games.
Kevin, I think that's probably the only danger, right, when emotions are running high. But I actually love the new age of league media. The reason being, the players can now be in charge of their own narrative. They have content, and they know how valuable that is.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. The Cavaliers making the shot. Aldridge. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's White, and some very quick points for him on that possession. White's got 4 this quarter.
To me, this is when Derek White is at his most dangerous. When the jumper is falling, it opens up the other aspects of his game.
The time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. A different look now for Cleveland. Azubuike's checked in, and Evan Mobley subbed in for Bagley. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Jermaine O'Neal's checked in for Şengün. Barnes comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Burks. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Now here is Hachimura. Nothing on the board.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And it's Green with the jam.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
To the inside. Over to the wing. Pass to Hendricks. Mobley with it. They had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Scotty Barnes picks one out.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Cavaliers have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one falls for Azubuike. Robert Covington's checked in for Cleveland. Caris LeVert comes in for Green. He's perfect from the line this time. And here's Caldwell Pope. O'Neal a screen on LeVert. Caldwell Pope pushes to O'Neal. And finished off by O'Neal.
6'11", skilled, athletic. When Jermaine O'Neal puts it all together, we are going to see some monster games.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
The talent O'Neal has is evident, and the exact type of big man any team would love to have.
Smart against Lillard. Mobley is screen on Lillard. Here's Smart. Second chance effort. Mobley misses.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
Smart against Lillard. Got a piece of it. Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Get up, Mr. Covington. That is a very quick riser.
Trailblazers trail by 10. And the pass to O'Neal. Over Azubuike, and O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got 16.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
To me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one.
Now here's Smart. Back to LeVert. Shot clock at 5. Tries the spin move. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Passes it to Barnes. O'Neal is screen on Azubuike. Barnes down low. He's covered by Azubuike. Now Cleveland moving it up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Now we get a chance to check in on Evan Mobley. He's coming off an excellent season. 17th in field goal percentage, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up a top 10 shot blocker.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Bagley, he's checked in for Evan Mobley. He's off on the second.
And they've had their difficulties from the line here in the second. Could extend their lead if they just make some more free throws.
Well, you love the commitment from Scotty Barnes. Made his decision, makes the contact, and the end one.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Cleveland making a change here. Mobley's checked in.
Well, of course, Scotty Barnes won the Rookie of the Year in 21-22, guys. And you talk about a well-rounded basketball player who will affect winning with both his offensive ability and his defensive versatility.
Now here's Smart. He takes it in, and he gets it to go. Smart's got 6.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Pass to Kamare. Now O'Neal. Over Mobley. Out that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Jermaine O'Neal. Smart against Lillard. Right side Smart. LeVert with a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Barnes, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
Boy, the defense tight inside, but Barnes just persevering.
Portland, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the first one at the line is good. Covington's hits them both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now here's Smart. He has 6. Pass to Covington. Mobley sets the pick for Covington. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Monday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Boston Celtics. Free throw drops for Covington. A different look now for Portland. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Scotty Barnes. And it's Iguodala in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 4-point game. And good that time.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now here's LeVert. He's got 8.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Lillard against Smart. And there's the pass to LeVert. Covington in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. And it's LeVert missing.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Outside, Covington. Bagley with a screen on Iguodala. Here's Covington. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Covington's got 5 points now in the quarter. And here are the Trailblazers. They're on a 16-7 run. O'Neal a screen on Smart. And Lillard kicks to Iguodala. Mobley with the block.
7 feet sneaking shots past Mr. Mobley is not easy. Send it back, Evan.
And that one drops.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Derek White checked in for the Cavaliers. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. 5th on the list, Damian Lillard.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Shot from free throw range. Good. He hits the jump shot. Iguodala's got his second bucket.
The jump shot is not his first option, but Iguodala will not hesitate when given a good look.
Passes it to LeVert. Bagley sends a screen for LeVert. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
A tight game here in Cleveland. Now Iguodala. Lillard outside. O'Neal a screen on LeVert. Here's Lillard. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. White the pass to Mobley. Here's LeVert. This game he had 13. Outside, White. Mobley sets the pick for White. Just 5 to shoot over Iguodala. And it's White missing.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Pass to Lillard from the arc. Sinks the triple. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
And it's the moment Lillard passes half court, you have to pick him up because Dame's range is endless.
LeVert the pass to White. Bagley with a screen on Iguodala. The 11-footer, that one falls. He's got 8.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 5, and it's Lillard again missing. White against O'Neal. Shoots from the right block. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Iguodala the pass to Lillard. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet. Iguodala's got 3 assists now in this one. Cleveland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Iguodala against White. Pass to LeVert. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And so here's Portland. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now the pass to Iguodala. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
I'll say he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Line for one.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
The Cavaliers trail by 3.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
White with it. Launches it. And no good that time. And